Well, we are live at, no, we're not live, we're recorded.
We're recording.
But we are in Chicago, Illinois. We are live, though.
Live on tape.
Illinois, because I'm not from Illinois,
Right.
which the cool people are from Illinois. But I'm back here, Demitri Downing, with co-hosts.
Hey, I'm Tom Howard. You can find me at Cannabis Legalization News.
Max Juhasz from Cannabis Marketing Solutions. And...
Jeremy Johnson from Michigan.
Yes, but he's not a co-host.
Oh, he's not a co-host.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, you're
so
right. Yeah,
I-
sorry.
I-
But, I mean, I feel like he's been here with us doing this whole thing, so I feel like he kind of is a co-host.
I
Like-
had a big build-up
Oh,
ready to
damn.
go for Jeremy, but, you know,
All right.
I had this
Wait, hold on.
JJ thing.
Rewind.
It's all good. Jeremy,
Okay.
how you doing?
Good. How are you guys doing?
Jim, what are you finding in Benzinga so far? You like it?
Yeah, it's beautiful. The drive down was great until I hit 94. The 3-year construction project was a little brutal. But now that I'm downtown, it's all good.
Drive down, excuse my ignorance, but is there anything north of Chicago except for Canada?
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin and then Michigan.
Right. The UP.
The UP, yeah.
I failed geography. Sorry about that. Jeremy,
It's all right. Ignoring Wisconsin for the cannabis industry is okay. They don't have a cannabis industry.
No. We in the UP, we get all of Wisconsin's money up north.
Correct.
Yeah.
so
We get down south.
Yeah. Yep.
Jeremy, who are you? Where are you from? Why are you here? What do you do?
Yeah, so I got started in Michigan in 2008 when we went medical. I worked in the caregiver space for quite some time.
Nice. Props.
you.
I love my caregivers.
Yeah, and kind of coinciding with that, my professional career was in mobile app development and web development. And so from 2008 to 2018, I spent a lot of time kind of dabbling in both spaces. And then Michigan went recreational in 2018. Helped open some of the first recreational retail locations in the UP. Then COVID hit, and I realized you could sell weed online to
Yes,
people in
sir.
Wisconsin.
Right?
Now,
And
you can't ship it to them.
You can't ship it to him.
Can't ship it to them, but they can order it online, and then they can drive to the UP and pick it up.
Correct.
And so that was kind of a light bulb moment for me. And then I coming from the traditional space of e-commerce, and I've done websites for toy stores, for auto parts stores, all across the board. There were certain limitations,
God,
specifically
so many.
with the iframes.
Yeah.
And so I ended up taking a position at a software company to help build what I call native e-commerce menus for cannabis retailers.
Now, what's an iframe?
An iframe was invented in probably 1997.
Yeah.
20 plus year old technology.
Yeah.
It's a way to display content from one website
On another
website. Yeah.
Basically,
Right.
it's like, hey, we're going to take your website and put it on our website.
It's a window inside of a window.
Yeah.
Good.
And,
Yeah.
and what's the name of that company?
The company I work for is called Dispense.
And so you've worked with Dispenser how long?
Just about 2 years now.
2 years.
Yep.
And
We've gone from one client when I joined to close to 100 and
what?
Yeah.
So, 100 clients.
we're 100 plus clients. Yep.
Oh, okay.
And then probably 200 and over 200 locations across the U.S.
How many employees does Dispense have?
12.
12 employees?
Software as a service?
What's that?
Software as a service.
Yes. Fully in very SaaS focused. There's no marketplace aspect to our business. So
Great.
you can't go to like dispense.com and search for a product. I like to say we're more Shopify than we are Amazon.
That's really cool because then they pay their month. They pay their bill every month.
Yes, they
shut
do.
It down. And
Like-
so software as a service, I envy when I see their cash flows. I'm like, man, can I do that with law? Like, can I just be like, law as a service, pay me every month or you lose the service?
It's not quite as easy in cannabis because you
it's
get people
really
sending you checks in the mail.
Yeah.
Oh, funny.
Checks or money orders,
Yeah.
or can you come pick up the cash, please?
So you're employee number one?
No, probably number 4 after the founders, including the founders. So probably number like 3, maybe.
Let's give a shout out to the founders. What are their names?
Yeah, Kyla Sierney and Tim Officer. Kyla's CEO and Tim is CTO. Incredibly smart people. It's been amazing working with them.
And what's your technical title?
Business development manager.
Biz dev. Okay?
Biz dev, yeah,
I like
yeah.
that.
So I primarily work, a lot of my background is in product development on the software side. So when I joined, I helped on the product side, but now I work primarily with all of our partners, POS partners primarily, partners like Alpine IQ, Spring Big as well. So anybody ancillary in the tech space, usually I'm working with them to help facilitate integrations, and then also working directly with our retailers, specifically on like SEO optimization
Right.
and agency partners too. So like, I can only do so much on the menu side, but then if they're looking for further SEO optimization, we'll refer them out to certain agencies to help build their SEO foundation.
This is how you guys know each other.
Well, yeah, we met last year. We met digitally multiple times.
Yeah.
Nice.
But yeah, we met in person at the Cannabis Marketing Association. Both years.
Both years.
Both
Yeah.
years. Yeah.
Most of my best relationships happen digitally.
Yeah.
Especially since COVID.
Yeah. What's your ideal goal here at Benzinga? What are you guys looking for? What are your
Benzinga, so last year, for those who don't know or weren't here last year, it was a really great year because Illinois released a bunch of new licenses, and so everybody was here looking for money or looking for technology partners.
Right.
And we walked away with a bunch of new clients last year, which was amazing.
Awesome.
This year, it's mostly just connecting with partners and then visiting those people that we got as clients. So yesterday was a big tour of all the dispensaries that we're working with. Lots of sampling products and hanging out. Hopefully a few new clients as well. But it's a different environment because Illinois' limited licenses and they only release them so often.
So your ideal client, say if your people are in the industry of all sorts watching this stuff, who should be reaching out to? Who do you want to get in contact with? What kind of organizations? What kind of licenses? What kind of people within that?
Retail only. And we tend to work with people who have at least like 3 to 5 stores. Although we do have plenty of 1-store clients as well. But then it really depends on what state you're in, if online is right for you. A state like Colorado, they're kind of catching up, but you don't do a ton of online business in Colorado. But a state like Michigan, Illinois, Minnesota coming up, I imagine Minnesota will be a great state for online sales, especially because you have both Dakotas right there. So anywhere where if you're on a border where it's illegal and you're trying to reach a greater audience, those are great clients for us. Or if you just have a really
Anybody bordering Texas.
I like how he just says that.
If you want to just attract the people that are looking for what you're selling.
Oh, it's impressive. When they publish numbers of how much weed is sold in the state, it is a substantial amount that is from out of state. So like in Illinois, I want to say it's like 1 out of 3 of the dollars spent on cannabis is spent from somebody who does not live in Illinois, coming from
somewhere
Iowa,
else.
or coming from Indiana, or coming from Kentucky, or coming from anywhere except for Missouri. They actually have a lot of supply and a little bit better prices.
We're big supporters of interstate commerce here of all sorts.
That's right.
Now, so dispensary, somebody related to a dispensary owner, somebody in the infrastructure is watching this and saying, "Hey, this sounds interesting. Why is this company going to help us increase our sales?" How is that? Say like, Farmington, New Mexico, that's on the border of Texas, right?
Well, close enough. I mean, you're more like Hobbs. Like there are a few other ones that are closer. Farmington's way closer to Colorado.
Okay. Yeah, my geography is horrible.
It's okay. You don't need to.
Las Cruces.
What is it? What is Las Cruces? No, that's in Texas. No, that's
New Mexico.
New Mexico.
Yeah, right. Yeah, Las Cruces,
right next to El
Hobbs.
Paso.
Like there's cities across the border where it's like population 5,000, but they're doing 150K a month.
Okay, so I'm out there, I'm watching this podcast, I'm like, I'm learning about the industry, I'm meeting all these cool people, and I want to tell my boss or my owner who's like a real estate guy or a banker who bought a dispensary, who's now running things, trying to figure out what to do, and I want like a 1 or 2 sentence sales pitch, like, hey, we got to look up Jeremy Johnson, we got to talk to Dispense because...
the main reason is, we can help you reach a wider audience online. And then beyond that, I mentioned this earlier, but we're not a marketplace in any sense. And so you retain ownership of all of your customer and transaction data, which is really important in our space.
Oh, yeah.
All you have to do is look at other industries. Restaurant is a great example. When restaurant ordering first kind of started, people were facilitating it through things like Grubhub or Uber Eats.
Right.
And then what ended up happening as restaurants were bringing all these customers to these marketplaces, Grubhub, Uber Eats, they went and opened ghost kitchens. So then all of a sudden, Uber Eats and Grubhub are now marketing to those customers and they're saying, hey, just buy food directly from us.
Buy food directly from us and we'll pick it up and deliver it for you. But it's our name brand.
So they're
It's like
really,
white labeling.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so the same thing has already happened in cannabis once with one of the more famous marketplaces, Ease. You know, they started as a technology company where they were the delivery partner, and you could kind of get all of these people from all these different dispensaries and order from it. And then Ease said, "Oh man, we're not realizing all the profit here. We should go vertical." And they bought retail licenses.
Or they kind of just stole their customers.
Pretty much. And they fed them to them. That's the craziest part about it. Like
Yeah.
the restaurants basically fed it to them.
Yeah,
I'm not mentioning any names, but there are a few that, like, if you want to integrate with them in this industry, like, they're like, it's in their contract to where we have access to all of your customer data, you know, and you don't have a choice. It's either if you partner with us, we get full access, or you just don't partner with us.
I know Tom's like, there's blood in the water here.
Oh, there's massive.
He's like,
It's pouring, oozing, squirting.
he's a litigator.
Yeah, it's
He
a crime scene.
Oh,
He comes in and solves problems like this.
Yeah.
but it's not a problem for them.
Right.
It's a problem for their
Right.
competitors, and then the FTC just keeps filing lawsuits, which is great. But and so they're filing lawsuits against Amazon all the time, and if they think that it's anti-competitive or monopolistic, all right, sue Uber.
Well, here's what I'm thinking, and we're going to wrap this up. Because, but I'm thinking, you know, like a dispensary owner and investor is coming in. The future is online.
Yeah.
So regardless of whether I choose to work with Dispense, I better hang out with you for a little while so I can understand where the future is going.
Yeah, there's other options out there that are strictly SaaS. So, you know, you don't have to necessarily go with us, but I would encourage anybody to go with a SaaS platform over a marketplace platform.
Yep.
And the future is online. You know, I just did another podcast. Go check it out. You know, this is a great podcast.
Don't mention
as well.
any other podcast
I
on
won't-
this podcast.
I won't say the name. I won't say. But if you Google 9 billion in sales, that's you know, about 1/3 of the cannabis sales are taking place online already.
Yep.
You know, 30 billion in 2023, 9 billion of that was probably online.
So you better understand this if you're in the industry. So any closing thoughts, Max, Tom?
I'm just really happy that we got to connect and get you on this, because I do feel that the education, I just know talking to a lot of people, especially when they get their license and they want to open up and they're first starting out. And even with some of the old school guys, like, they're still anywhere from 6 months to feels like 10 years behind in the digital game.
Yeah.
You know, they're still like, oh, we're just going to get a billboard and post up on, you know, and do whatever. So with this, it's just great to talk shop. You know? Yeah.
Thank you guys for having me.
No, we really appreciate it. Tom, any closing thoughts? Any closing questions?
E-com, don't ignore it.
No, do not. Do
Excellent.
not. Yeah.
Jeremy Johnson, it was our pleasure introducing you and Dispense to our audience out there. Reach out to him. Very approachable guy, very likable guy, very honest guy. I like that.
Yeah.
So we'll be back again here, Benzinga, Chicago, with another, hopefully, I mean, Jeremy,
I'm
Great.
Here. I'm here all day.
you know, we need more Jeremys. We'll bring him over. We're bringing him to
Get
you.
him in.
Talk to you soon.
Absolutely. Beautiful.